Hiram, another hard worker.
Yeah.
Hiram, let me say the Creole. A hard worker. Congratulations to you too, sir.
Thank you, Sabine. Okay, we have a very special guest here that's here to share this moment of celebration, because today is a day of celebration. Right? We're not necessarily talking about politics or campaigns. We're celebrating a tremendous victory, a groundbreaking historic victory in Queens County. Another trailblazer is here. The first Asian American to serve in the city council.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say a couple more things because I know him a little more than a lot of people. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it anyway. Before he gets into the humble meek part, I'm still bigger than him. He's not taking the mic. Former chair of the Transportation Committee, New York City Controller, current state senator, one of the brightest, most experienced, intelligent minds in government. He is. And he's here today to pay homage and to celebrate Soma's victory. State Senator John Liu.
Yeah. Woo!
Gracias, Miran. I am, well, first let me say what a gathering this is. It's a gathering, it's a tremendous gathering because it's such a moment to celebrate for so many different reasons. I'm proud to join Hiram and our other district leaders, Martha Flores here, and we have our wonderful assembly member here. I see Tony Miranda back there. They even let, and of course Judge George, and they even let certain angels from the Bronx come in here. So, you know, I mean, like this is a gathering that is I think historic in many different ways. And you know, look, I think a lot's been said already about this incredible person. Soma Syed is somebody who has really paid her dues in the community, not in politics, in community. She's helped anybody and everybody who has asked for her help and support. She's been to so many functions, especially during this long, dark COVID tunnel that we're starting to emerge from, and even before. Legal issues, helping immigrants, helping the up-and-coming Bangladeshi American community here, working alongside Mizan, who's a brother himself. Thank you, Mizan, for all of your efforts. Let's give him another hand clap. And you know, right here, Jamaica and the surrounding areas, it's changed quite a bit over the last 20 years. This has become one of the centers, not the only one, but one of the centers of the growing South Asian, particularly Bangladeshi American community here in Queens and in New York City. And there have been lots of voter registration drives, lots of campaigning for elected officials as well as candidates. And really, in recent years, the Bangladeshi American community has started to field its own candidates. This year, a lot of candidates, not many of them made it, but that's part of the learning curve. Mm-hmm. But you know who did make it and who did make history and became the first, not just civil court judge in Queens, but the first Bangladeshi American elected here in New York State. New York State.
Yeah.
Sister Soma Syed. It's not easy when nobody's done it before. And it takes a lot of courage, a lot of grit. You got people saying, you're gonna really be able to do this? Should we invest all our resources in you? And you have, I mean, I've kind of been there myself. Thank you, Hiram, for the wonderful introduction. You got your own friends saying, you sure you can do this? Yeah, right? You got people who are close to you, who you grew up with, like wondering whether it's possible. But that's the kind of character and perseverance that it takes to become the first. And Soma, you are number one. Today we celebrate her victory in the primary. It was a hard-fought victory, no question about it.
Yeah.
And we are going to take it to November. Honestly, November, look, we got to take nothing for granted. But I think she's got a tough challenge from, write-in candidate? I'm just kidding. There's a Republican. Don't take anything for granted. We're going to make sure we get the vote out for her in the general election. And, I'm looking forward to helping you in the general election and coming to the swearing ceremony. Yes is right.
Yeah.
And again, it's a victory for Soma. It's also a victory for the entire community at large. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your faith and confidence in her. She's going to be a great judge in the civil court. And, those of you who think this is it, no, the civil court's just the beginning. So we'll talk about that. Let's not jinx anything now, but we'll talk about that in January. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out here. Soma, we love you.
Thank you. Senator John Liu. Thank you very much, John. All right, moving right along. We got a couple of more guests that just came in. I want to give them the opportunity to say hello. But I want to call Brother Ali Rashid from APAC. Chair. Brother Ali, are you here? Come on up, brother. Say a few words for this momentous event.
Good afternoon and Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Much thing I've said and I cannot